getting started in AI while we drive. So I'm on my way to Cleveland from Columbus. Got a couple offices down in Columbus, and now I'm heading back to the main office. And I got to thinking I've got an entire hour to drive, so how can I teach you in the next hour how to get started in basic AI, basic YouTube, and really start to create marketing funnels that'll help you build business while you sleep. I'm Greg Erlanger, and I have been mastering and focused on marketing since I got into real estate. Building websites back in 2000. 2004 is actually when I got my license, but I was in data networking sales for AT&T, CompuServe, AOL. Some of my older folk is going to know what that's all about. Anyway, got into real estate and started building websites, creating marketing funnels. Where we are today, and I just taught a class in our Solon office on AI, is at a crossroads. We're at a place right now where you've got to figure out what's going on with AI, what's going on with YouTube, or you will be out of the business in the very near future. It's basically like saying I want to be a realtor in the 2000s or the 1990s without using the newspaper. You're saying I want to be a realtor without advertising, without marketing, without any type of brand recognition. AI right now is going to demand that you're creating video just like this one. And so in the next hour, I'm hoping that I can really help anybody that's looking to get started in AI, does not have a YouTube channel. I cannot tell you how many times I am meeting with people and I ask the audience, I say, how many people in the audience have a YouTube channel? And of the hands that go up, there's one confident hand. There's probably two that are like, yeah, I have it, but I don't go out there. And then a lot of other people sheepishly not raising their hand. And the thing about that is, if you're a real estate agent or really any small business owner, insurance, title, mortgage, rep that's trying to get business, you got to understand that you're the brand. I'm the brand. I'm the realtor. I'm the team leader of a real estate team. I am the real estate coach. I am the landlord. People want to know who I am before they buy the product and service. It doesn't matter what brokerage I'm with, to be quite honest. It matters about the brand within the brokerage. It doesn't matter what team I'm on. Again, it matters my personal brand, and then you can incorporate the team, the brokerage, value propositions. But if you yourself don't have an individualized brand, that's really what the people are looking for. That's what your consumers are looking for. They want to know if they know, like, and trust you. And the only way to offer that is not a dated 2D image on your business card. It's going to be through video, and they're going to go online and look for you. And the more information you have and the more video that you have, the better. So let's start with, where do I get started? Chapter 1, where do I get started? I would say do an audit. Try to figure out where you are currently. Be honest with yourself. Don't look the other way. If you don't have TikTok, it's basically a social media audit. If you haven't picked up, I'm also a Jeff Glover's #1 realtor in Michigan. I'm a Glover University coach, and I teach the marketing AI and social media mastery courses. And they have a social audit that I think is fantastic. It basically helps you go through and checklist. Where's your TikTok account? How many subscribers? How many followers? What do you have for, Snapchat even, TikTok, YouTube, and you start to identify where you are. So just start with that. Be honest with yourself. If you have nothing but Facebook, that's fine. Write it down. Then make yourself, step 2, a goal. You want to have a goal that says, I want to be a certain place by the end of this year, you have to have a goal. A goal is something measurable. So in the next 30 days, in the next 3 months, or the next year even, you would like to establish, for example, a YouTube channel with 100 subscribers. That is a very attainable goal. I think a lot of people, when it comes to YouTube, they think, well, I have to be an influencer and I have to get monetized, and that's when you get money for the amount of viewership that you get on your YouTube. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. And that is where you start to get monetized, by having enough watch time, enough people tied in. So get on your YouTube channel, create a goal for yourself. It could be YouTube, it could be Instagram, it could be Facebook. I want more subscribers, I want more followers. What I'd like to point out as you go into this journey, you've audited yourself and you want to make a goal, I highly recommend that you really lean into your YouTube channel. Why? Because the #1 search engine in the world is Google. Google now has Gemini. Gemini is like ChatGPT. I don't want to get too lost in that right now, but Gemini is going to be the #1 AI search tool in the world because Google already is. The #2 search engine in the world is not Yahoo, it's not DuckDuckGo, and it's not MySpace, but it's actually YouTube. YouTube is the #2, and it's the #1, obviously, video sharing platform in the world, which is why this video is going on YouTube. It's the only place you can really put a long form video that people are going to go. There's Vimeo and there's other places to put it, but YouTube is the standard. So when you think about it, you've got #1 and #2. Those are the two places people go to look for services, whether you're an insurance agent or a realtor. In our case, for realtors, you want to be able to show up. The only way you're going to show up in either one of those search engines is A, you have 60 seconds, 18 seconds, a minute 30, all considered short form. That short form video content creation can be done in both CapCut as well as Captions.ai. My favorite tool, Captions.ai. You load something, you do a video under 60 seconds, and you're going to have the ability to improve the audio quality, the eye contact. I don't need a teleprompter. I can literally tap the button for eye contact and it'll automatically throw my eyes at the screen. I'm not going to do this on this one because this is kind of raw and real, which Gary Vaynerchuk, if you're not following him, follow him. He's great, but he just believes in that raw, real content creation. So you're not going to see my eyes looking at this. One time I did that and I had somebody lose their mind. They thought I was just focused on the camera and I wasn't driving. So because the AI moved my eyes over, so I was looking at the camera. And it's also a little unnatural. So Captions.ai will put captions. 70% of the videos that are being watched right now, like in the short form landscape, when you're doom scrolling and stuff, there's actually no audio. They don't have their audio on, so you have to have captions when you're creating short form content, because that will then inspire them hopefully to turn the audio on, maybe save your video, maybe watch it a couple times, maybe turn the volume on low. Most likely they're at work, let's be honest, and or they could be with family that doesn't want to hear the audio, what have you. So Captions.ai, really good tool. CapCut is obviously what a lot of people are using. It does a lot. I like desktop version of CapCut because there's so many tools that to do it on a mobile device is kind of tricky. You got to kind of know what you're doing. So for the beginners, definitely Captions.ai. It limits the amount of what you can do, but it also keeps it simple. And then Captions allows you to do a lot more, including, and actually Captions.ai does this as well, we're going to get into avatars. For those of you who don't know, an avatar is a digital image of yourself, video of yourself. It's a clone. You've literally created a digital clone of yourself. If you look at some of my other videos, you're going to notice I did not throw out the first pitch at the Cleveland Guardians Stadium. I was not in the Macy's Day Parade, and all those things are created avatars. Those are clones of myself, digital clones. There's a lot of things you want to be careful, you want to think about before you run out and create one, but it is a great leverage tool if you want to do some really fun attention-getting type content. I usually get a lot more views on that than raw, real type stuff like what I'm doing right now. But that's okay, because you're still watching, and I love you for that. So thank you for that. I'll give you a shout out. Throw your name down below, and I'll throw you a shout out. But moving on, so the best avatar solution that's out there right now in the industry is HeyGen. HeyGen, HeyGen, HeyGen.com. Go out there, check that out. You can create, you give it like a 2-minute video of yourself, upload that, and then the avatar will be created. The way AI is advancing right now, even in the last 3 months, I've noticed a difference in my avatar, in the quality of the mouth movement and the way it looks. It looks, because it is not me. It's the digital clone. So it's gotten so much better that I highly recommend you get into the concept of avatars now, or you will be left behind here in the near future. So go create yourself an avatar. What you want to think about with that AI generated avatars is, now you're basically giving your likeness to the internet. You're going to sign some disclosure forms, some legal stuff, and I want you to take some time to think about that. What if somebody takes your avatar, and what if they hack in, they take your avatar, and then they start to make you say things that you never said? All of a sudden, you're throwing out political statements you've never wanted to put out there or what have you. That can happen, and it is happening. It's actually happening in the world right now. So keep that in mind. My thought on that is if somebody wants to do it, they're going to do it anyway, because even if they have just a picture of you, they'll be able to do that because of the way technology is moving along. But that's just my opinion. You make your own personal decision on what you want to do with that. So anyway, avatars, they can be a lot of fun too, and a great leverage point. So I can go into ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity or Claude. Those are the 4 LLM, large language models. Those are basically the foundation of all the AI tools on top of it. So I can go into Gemini, for example, and say, okay, give me a 60-second script on downtown condos or Cleveland condo living. What are the top questions that people are asking? Now give me a script to answer the first 3. Make it search engine optimized for buyers looking to purchase in the downtown condo area, etc. So it'll literally spit out a script. Take that script, cut and paste it into HeyGen. Your avatar is going to say it. Simply, now you've created it, take that avatar script, and it does have a captions option, but I actually downloaded it and then I throw it into Captions.ai. Captions.ai now puts really cool captions. It does the jump cuts. It does whatever I want it to do. I can kind of clean it up pretty easily with just a couple taps of the button, and then all of a sudden, I'm good to go. I've got a script or myself with content, and I can even have an admin do that for me. So I don't even have to be the one doing it. Once I show them how to do it, they can now start creating content and posting content on my behalf while I'm going from office to office, adding agents to my team, signing contracts, selling houses, helping my neighbors, buy and sell, etc. So let me do that while my administrative staff works on my content with my likeness, with my clone. So those are avatars. Most folks watching this right now are probably realtors or probably are familiar with Canva. Canva.ai has come so far. If you have a Canva account and have not been in there in a while, really get in there and check out Canva AI. All the things that it's able to do for you right now is pretty amazing. So if you're way behind and you really haven't engaged artificial intelligence as it relates to marketing real estate, it's okay, because it's changed so fast that if you jump on this moving train right now, you're going to be with the rest of us, okay? You don't even have to worry what happened even 5 months ago, because it's already gone. It's already been changed. It's already been modified. AI's already improved itself so far that you're going to be just fine. So in review, where do you start? Kind of a chapter 1, you do the audit, you figure out where you want to go. Chapter 2, create a goal. I want a YouTube channel. We've got a link there. You can go figure out, you can start to build that YouTube channel. You want to create content, but you're stuck. You don't know how to get past this sort of the stigmas of creation, of how you look, etc. Just power through that. I can throw some tips out there for you as well. But the biggest thing is do not let fear slow you down. Do not let anything get in between you and your goal. And if it's your own damn vanity, get out of the way. I said that. Anyway, sorry for the D. Anyway, moving on from there, you've got so once you've created the content, once you're out, okay, so then you create the content. You're already away. You're like, yeah, I made content, but I don't know what to do with it, and it'll never actually see the light of day. That's when you want to insource, outsource, or create it yourself. If you create it yourself, you can still leverage really, really good tools like Captions.ai or Opus Clip, which I'm using today. So you can use those 3 different tools. All of these tools, including the large language model, all of them, generally speaking, $20, $20, $20, $20 a month. So we're saying, let's say $100 a month. You can now be in the AI game. You can now be in the content creation game. As you start to load all this stuff to your YouTube channel, you've created it. You can do it yourself. They say about 70% of your content should be personal, meaning me. Right now, I'm real. This is not an avatar. I should screw with you guys and just say, hey, I'm an avatar at the end of this, but I'm not going to. This is straight up, this is me. And then 30% but can be AI generated type of content. AI generated content, yes, it could be a clone of yourself where you're actually on, it's a visual rep of you, or it could just be voiceover. So my AI clone, if I don't want it to be talking or you're reading the lips, etc., I don't even have to be there. It could just be my voice. So if I wanted to go into ChatGPT and pull down the latest average home sale price and all the statistics from home sales in Rocky River, Ohio, I could pull that, and then I could have my voice clone kind of walk people through the average sale price, what's happened over the last 5 years, how do we get here in Rocky River? How do we get, that price point or that average sale price in Rocky River? What are some of the developments that have popped up that have created maybe a higher sale price, etc.? Talk about inflation, talk about the Fed rate. All of that can be done as a voiceover with the content that's created. So completely AI generated. An administrator, you could leverage your own in-house admin to do these things for you, giving you the ability to still get back out on the road and do what you need to do. So again, this video is for somebody that's just getting into it, that just wants to understand even where to start. And again, don't try to do everything all at once. Simply find a starting point, find one thing that you want to accomplish, and don't try to do Opus Clip and CapCut. Don't load all of these at the same time. I would start with a YouTube channel. I would start with short form video. Don't try to do long form video right off the rip. I would just start with short form videos. Just start to practice and create. What you're going to want to have when you start creating content yourself is good lighting, interesting composition, which as I drive by that beautiful barn in Ohio, that's sort of interesting. It adds movement to the video. Let's see, lighting, sound. The one mistake I'm making right now, which I can't improve in the studio, is the audio. I should have my DJI mic on right now. That would make this sound a lot better. I don't have that, so I'm speaking from my diaphragm. I'm speaking loud, but good lighting, good sound, good composition, and you should always be dressed in your own brand. Now, my brand today, I've got my black hoodie, and those of you guys who are following me, you know I have Landlord Greg, and I have Coach Greg, and I have Realtor Greg. Those are my 3 content funnels. When you're creating content, you want to stay within one of your 3 content funnels. This content funnel will be Landlord Greg, but I'm really just sort of casual Greg, and most people do appreciate him more than the full-blown suit guy. I wear the suit because that's in brand with the companies I work for. So if I'm doing an executive type engagement for Keller Williams, I'm going to be wearing a suit. If I'm coaching and training for Jeff Glover, I'm going to be in a custom suit because Jeff likes the custom suits on his coaches. So I'll kick it up a notch there. If it's just me driving and on my own personal YouTube channel, I'm just going to wear my hoodie. I'm going to allow you guys to see, like, this is my favorite outfit. This is kind of my day. This is what I like to do. So dress appropriately for what you're trying to get across in the moment. So composition, yeah, those are the different things that you want to do to start creating content, and do that in 3 content funnels, not too many. If you walk into a flea market, for example, it's total disorganization. Now, we kind of like flea markets sometimes because you want to go search and find a deal. You're like hunting, right? But people like convenience these days, and they don't want to walk in. I want to walk in, like if I walk in a grocery store, I know that the dairy's over here. I know that the dairies over here, cereals over here, breads, meats, produce, it's all in its section. It's all organized. I also know that it's food. A grocery store is food. So I'm probably not going to find a tire wrench. I'm probably not going to find, grocery stores tend to jump outside of their comfort zone, but like I'll just say in the automobile, like automobile parts, right? I'm not going to find that at a grocery store. So what do you want to do on your YouTube channel? Quite frankly, you want to do the exact same thing. You want 3 content funnels so people know when they go to your YouTube channel, they're going to find one of 3 things. In this case, I'm Coach Greg. Right now, I'm just coaching. I'm helping people because I believe there's a need in the industry to help realtors get started. Pretty much every realtor should have a YouTube channel. Every realtor should have solid marketing, meaning social media marketing, online. They need to be on Instagram. They need to be on TikTok. If their target audience is first-time homebuyers and they're not on TikTok, they're not going to be found. They're not going to be used by the consumers, because those consumers, you say, oh, well, TikTok's for kids. Actually, TikTok is now up to like the 35 and 40-year-old range because it's been around so long. Time has slipped by there, and in the future, it's going to be Snapchat. But right now, Snapchat is, those aren't, when we were talking about homebuyers, Snapchat doesn't carry a lot of home buyers, but TikTok actually does. So don't sleep on TikTok. Don't sleep on LinkedIn either. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date on there. There are a lot of corporations that will not allow their executives to have any social media except one, and that's LinkedIn. So if you're trying and targeting, high income C-level type executives, they're going to be living on LinkedIn. And so the more that you can produce content that makes sense for LinkedIn, now that doesn't mean do some viral dance, that should be on TikTok and put it over onto LinkedIn. That's not going to work. That's actually going to most likely hurt you more than anything. So stay within the platform's context, keep the content, kind of custom to each one of the platforms. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk said that, when you first get started, and that's what this video is for, just create video and put it out there. Don't try to get too custom for each platform. You're not there yet. So Gary said, create content, put it across all platforms, just start putting it out there. Over time, you can start to curate and customize for each one. Your audio will get better. Your video will get better. Your ideas and thoughts will get better. I'm not telling you that this video is incredibly perfect. I know for a fact it's not, but it is content, and you are still watching. So that is working. We're 30 minutes in, you're still watching, unless I'm going to edit this down. So we might only be 20 minutes in. But as far as the actual, so at this point, you now are and again, I want to kind of bring it back to where you are today. Just simply start with one project, one idea, figure out where you are, give yourself a goal, and move forward. The reason that it's important is because you really want to generate business through marketing funnels. Marketing funnels are an asset. So the time you spend on your YouTube channel is an asset. It's like, how much time do we used to spend on building out our websites, or how much time do we spend on our listing presentation? Why worry about what your listing presentation looks like when you're not going to get to the door anyway? You're not getting to the kitchen table to talk about your listing presentation because you haven't been selected, because when they did their research online, you weren't there. Your videos weren't there. You might have a 2D website that's kind of blah, but how many subscribers do you have? They want to know. Homeowners understand that it is important that they get enough influence from their real estate agent, and that the real estate agent can get enough eyeballs and enough attention. Nick Belmore, you can follow him as well. Nick Belmore told me, and he said something that he had heard that I love. We are dealing in the currency of attention, right? So let's use Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the #1 YouTuber. I think Messier or somebody jumped him, but he's not a famous, soccer player. Mr. Beast he was just some kid that was building Minecraft videos, put them on YouTube, and now Jeff Bezos himself is begging Mr. Beast to do videos for him, but not videos, full-blown game shows, Beast games, etc. on Amazon for him, because Mr. Beast has all the attention. Everybody's paying attention to him. Everybody's subscribed to his YouTube channel. He has built a dynasty. I believe he's probably, if not one of the most powerful men in the world, Mr. Beast. And you'd say, well, why would you say that? Because he controls the information, he controls everyone's attention, and if you control attention and information, you can control the masses. So you throw something out there on his channel. That's why he came out with, by the way, they're really good, the chocolate bars, Mr. Beast bars, and he's coming out with all these products for himself, because his opinion and the attention that he has alone can immediately turn that into a multi-million-dollar business. So kind of amazing. All I'm asking you to do is be a micro-influencer. I'm not saying go be a macro-influencer. I'm not saying get out there and try to be Mr. Beast. If you don't know who Mr. Beast is, go subscribe to him so that you can at least understand what I'm talking about. You do want to follow big influencers. You want to follow, I'm not a big influencer, but I'm a micro-influencer. So follow me for that concept, but then go follow all the other ones that are out there. Go to gloveru.com. We are extremely proficient in short form creation and content and value. Again, value. Answers questions, solves problems. You're going to find a lot of that at Glover U's YouTube channel. I'll hit the link below there as well. I hope that after about a half hour here, I was gonna go an hour. Turns out I'm gonna go like a half hour. I'll edit this down to probably 20 minutes, or I might just let this go raw. I won't even clip this out. I don't want you to miss any of the corn silos or the barns floating by. You can, if you get extra bonus points, I should do like a contest. How many trucks just went by, and whoever gets closest to it, like the jelly bean game. But anyway, I'm going to cut it short here. If you have questions, please comment below. I will answer any and all questions that come through. That's going to be my final pro tip of this video. If you get comments and you don't comment back, it's like hiking on a hiking trail. Somebody walks by you, they say, "Hi, how you doing?" and you don't say hi back. Do you really think they're going to work with you as a realtor? So engagement is extremely important. Like, comment, share this video, please. Why am I asking you to do that? Because the algorithm of YouTube, and that'll be my next video when we start getting into the algorithms and the analytics, but the algorithm of YouTube, and quite frankly, all Instagram, Facebook, they want to see that the audience is engaged. So the more comments you get, the more shares, the more likes that you get with your audience and in the community that you're serving with your content, the better they're going to position your video to get more and more strangers. And when I say strangers, like outside of your sphere of influence, watching, consuming your content, they're going to put it in front of more people. And that's how your videos could potentially go viral. Again, like, comment, share below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to continue to create content like this as much as I can. And tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. I'm okay with that. Good comments, bad comments, I'm good. If you want me to wear a suit next time, I can do that. Whatever you think. So thanks for checking this out. And I need a good, and below, comment like a good, like, send-off line. I need some sort of send-off line. Keep on selling. I don't even know what I would say. All right, guys, thanks.